All right, maybe that'll fix it. All right, here we go. I can live with that. Anyway, y'all, it's me. I know. I know. You know I don't do these things back to back to back to back because I'm always working. I just started a third job, y'all. Well, don't fret now. And it's going to be per diem. Like, I got one full-time job and I got two other jobs that supplement my income. And I done had these put in my teeth. So if I sound a little bit different, it's because I have Invisalign retainers. Your boy trying to keep his teeth. I'm five shy from 50. So I'm trying to keep my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even the woman I'm dating, she on it too. We gotta take care of what we have naturally. Especially with guys. We ain't got no room. We can't go like, you know what? Uh I want to get the fat sucked out of my stomach and placed on my muscles. That shit don't fly. It don't fly. So anyway, how y'all been, man? I think I'm simultaneously broadcasting on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube and Facebook, but nobody really watches on Facebook. Like I said, I might have to take these out my mouth because I don't like how it sound with them. So, let me take care of that. Let me get the case form, and then we gonna get crack a lacking because I got a lot to say on multiple aspects. So hold on, y'all. Let me mute this mic for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And now I sound more like myself. Anyway, let's get this started. So, if anybody who games, if any of you game, you know this whole situation recently started with well, started 2 years ago, but it's been complete. It's over. Have it's finished. We ain't gotta talk about it no more, do we? Well, the Microsoft fans ain't gonna talk about it, but the Activision Blizzard merger. I think for me personally, the only good thing coming out of this is the past catalog now is Microsoft's and it's going to be on Game Pass, which will make a lot of this accessible. It will make a lot of it accessible to a lot of different people. But like I said, the fanboys for Microsoft don't even have to advertise anything about it because of the whole aspect of the Sony factor coming in and the ponies. And I can't believe at this age this is still happening. I can't believe at this age. I got more I got bigger fish to fry. And I feel like personally, if you are a true gamer, you will you will go where the games are. Depending on your preference, you will go where the games are. But a lot of people have shown their ass and they realize that the only thing that they really like to do is have everything go through the console of choice. And I feel like, yes, while there are different reasons to own different consoles, it's always been throughout the years. You can't make everything funnel through your system. You just can't. It will not be that way. Some people would say, yes, there should be some things that's all play together. But when they say play together, we're not talking about uh cross-platform Spider-Man since Sony owns the rights to that game. Oh yeah. And speaking of that game comes out in a couple of days. And so far, it's sitting at a nice score on Metacritic. But then again, who really gives a shit about Metacritic? Because Metacritic is only convenient when the games that people like get high scores and the games they hate get low scores. It's nothing but cannon fodder. And then people are bent out of shape. What kind of fucking entitlement is this? Let me explain this. People are actually bent out of shape that Spider-Man 2, which drops in a couple of days, got an 8 on IGN. First off, fuck IGN, because for IGN, their editors have bias. It's clear bias, clear as day. And the only reason I feel that they didn't inflate the score of Spider-Man 2 is because people have called them out on it numerous times. I'm not even the biggest star. I gave Starfield a chance. It's something like, you know what? This takes too much time to get invested to, and I don't have the time to play the game. Whereas a game versus like Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man 2, it's $70. And I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna beat the shit out that game. And then it's gonna go back on the shelf. Just like Miles Morales did, just like Spider-Man 1 did. And it ain't because the games are terrible. It's just that it's a double-edged sword when you gaming on borrowed time, right? Anybody out there that games, y'all can understand this, right? When you have life that you need to live because the only way you're gonna get to afford the games that you don't have time to play is to work. And a game like Starfield is something that you're gonna be playing for a long time, and you're gonna have to dedicate pockets of hours to play that game. I don't have that time right now. That doesn't mean the game is trash. I just don't have the time to play that type of game. Whereas a game like Spider-Man 2 is more digestible, more disposable. And when I say disposable, it doesn't mean it's trash. I mean like you can really get through good chunks of gameplay on that. You can really get through it with no problem. You can just really get through it and just be like, you know what? Okay, I'm at this boss, I'm at that boss, I'm taking care of these tasks, I'm taking care of that. It's a more digestible game. But herein lies the problem. A lot of grown ass fanboys. I know I'm bold. I wear it and rock it proud. But every time I see Porter Rock 77, his hairlines is going further back. I'm like, yo, dude, from one bald dude to a dude whose hairline is retracting like a fucking roll up curtain, the ones you to pull down, and you can adjust it. Either you pull it down and you let it go and it just snaps all the way back, or you just basically pull it down and you adjust it. It's feel like you are adjusting it, but it's not coming back down, bro. Just let go and let God. This is the same dude that says he knows the console wars is bullshit, but you 4 from 50, nigga. You 4 from 50. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. And then we have, because I'm scorching earth today. And then we have this old monotone milk toast cornball ass nigga Black Bond, who rubbed me the wrong way years ago when he said something about in the way he talked, urban hood niggers. I'm like, bro, many people have tried to have you like, yo, you got a lot of mouth. You talk slick. I'm not like, okay, let's go fight, but bro, come on, man. You ain't about that life. But first off, you said the only people that care about this merger is broke ass gamers. You hear this? If you watch this on the replay, and if you watching this online, broke ass gamers only care about this merger. You telling me It's something Alex said just hours ago. I was watching his video, and he's absolutely right because I thought the same thing. People don't got the time, they ain't got the resources, but they like the hobby of gaming. So if they trying to find the best way to game for their dollar, it don't make them broke. And who the fuck do you think you are, bro? Who do you think you are? I got the means. I built this fucking PC right here. I got these other things. But life is more important than that. It's called being an adult. So you're gonna try to budget shame a person for being a fan of a console that has a gaming subscription instead of spending $70 on pieces of shit games or games that ain't worth the money? That's the type of stuff I don't like. And this is how men are conducting themselves on social media and on YouTube streets about gaming. I got gray. I got a lot of gray in my fucking beard. And I'm saying, look, bequeath this hobby onto those who got the time for it. In this world that has gotten a lot harsher, a lot more expensive, and a lot more uh capitalistic, if you got the time and budget for it and you still like it and you want to do it the way you want to do it, fine, that's all well and good. But I'm gonna tell you this now. Do not get online and be obnoxious about don't don't have how can I say? Don't be a fucking fanboy. Enjoy the genre because the genre is changing. It's going all digital. Oh yes. Oh, and broke ass gamer. Oh, let's talk more about this whole broke ass gamer aspect. PlayStation. Maybe I should look it up for y'all, or maybe you already saw it. Let's go here. Did you know that the mid gen refresh, the slimmer versions, are $50 more, and then you got to turn around and you got to spend $30 because the vertical stand no longer comes with it. So you're paying $80 more. I got the original model over there that came to vertical stand. I am then why? You insane for to make it just slightly more narrow? I want to spend $80 more? People are gonna say, well, it has more memory in it. I don't care about that. Ultimately, I can still upgrade it. At this point, I've had that one. It works fine. Why would I buy another one right now that does nothing different? But if I choose not to buy something like that, I'm a broke ass gamer, or people like that is a broke ass gamer. Come on, man. Fuck out of here, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of things that people need their money for. And someone like Black Vaughn is telling someone they a broke ass gamer because they welcome the idea of Activision Blizzard games being on Game Pass instead of having to shell out money for a game they might not like. I lost my connection to the Call of Duty franchise when Bobby Kotick decided that microtransactions and low tier game, low quality Call of Duty was the way to go. Spend as least as possible refining the game and then try to maximize the profits by having people buy shit that should just be included in the game. I think this is why a lot of people are happy this merger happened. Um it ain't because it's they Xbox fans. It's because Bobby Kotick needed to get the fuck out. He needed to go. He needed to leave the premises. And he has. And he will at the end of this year. Great. Oh, and speaking of people leaving, Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan I don't care what anybody say, he got fired. He got fired, but they allow him to go out like a champ because he's done some good for that company. He done some good for the Sony PlayStation brand. But this generation has been terrible for gaming on PlayStation. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You're playing PS4 remasters. Gamester, where are you? Come on to the comment section. Tell them. Because I see it too. Like I think the only game I've had that I enjoy that is a PS5 console exclusive because it's on PC now. Shocker is Ratchet and Clank A Rift Apart. Otherwise, let's not forget that Ghost of Tsushima PS4 game enhanced for PS5. Uh, Horizon Forbidden West built on the PS4, enhanced for the PS5. God of War Ragnarok built on the PS4, enhanced for PS5. Last of Us remastered for the second fucking time. What new games have you been playing for PlayStation? I think this is why a lot of you spent so much time hate watching and hate mongering Microsoft this generation for the moves they trying to do because you said they need to compete, right? You don't want them to compete. You don't. You saying that because you are grasping for straws. There's been, like I said, with the exception of Ratchet and Clank A Rift Apart, name me one PS5 game that original in house that has not appeared on PlayStation 4. Do I have to do the Hogan? Comment section. I'm counting on you, somebody. Nothing. But this upcoming Spider-Man 2, or is it? I don't know. But this is y'all treading on Nintendo territory here, waiting for a first party game to be your savior. And you know what you're gonna do. You're gonna throw it in the Starfield on face. And you're gonna talk so much about now with this merger, you're gonna talk about all the shortcomings of Microsoft. This is what y'all do. All the shortcomings to compensate and deflect from the fact that a lot of you have pre-ordered the PS Portal that only tethers PlayStation 5. If you have to have a PlayStation 5. So let me get this straight. To enjoy this $200 handheld that you're about to buy, there's got to be a couple of underlying factors for you to enjoy this thing outside of the house. First of all, in the house, you got to have Wi Fi, number one. It's a toilet console in your house. It's a toilet console. It's for niggas who want to lay face down on their bed and kick their feet backwards up in the and kick their legs up in the back like Paddington Bear. It's for niggas like that. Now, it would have been different if this thing had software and memory built into it so you can do much more and had range, meaning like it had built-in internet to it. Like remember when PS Vita first came out, you were able to buy a monthly service for it so you could play it remotely. I guess that didn't work well, right? So if the only way you're gonna enjoy this portable and play and only access your PlayStation 5, you don't play the games independently. That thing is just a screen and a dual sense controller stretched out. It is. It is. If you can find value in buying it, by all means, knock yourself out. Who am I to tell you what to spend your money on? I'm not Black Bond, but I'm just saying, don't talk when people like me have an opinion saying because we bring out the fact that it's technically useless if you're on the train, on the subway, on the bus. It's useless. Maybe on an airplane if you pay for Wi-Fi, if they have decent Wi-Fi, because you know there's somebody and coach in the corner watching porn remotely on their phone. So it it really what value does it have? That's another financial slight because it's you pay a lot of you the ponies a pony like Black Bond or he calls himself whatever he tries to deny it but they or even Mighty Keith doing his skits he's a pony. I never ran into negative PlayStation fanboys, nigga, because you can't say it out loud. You know, if you said you did, you will lose your subscribers. So miss me with that, Mighty Keith. I got a problem. I don't give a fuck. I got a problem with a lot of people. As a gamer, and I gotta see this content. You're grown ass men, bro. And I'm saying this YouTube thing is fragile. It's fragile. It comes a time in your life where you lose yourself doing this. And a lot of people become something they're not because they have to fabricate and exacerbate something that's this small just to have content. And I'm not like that. I can't do that. I have too much real life to live. I have some things in life I need to do. There's places I need to move. I need to move out of here. This I've had it. It's time to move. I have a brand new fucking car. There's things I have to financially take care of. I have two pets. I'm a grown ass man. I'm single. It's all on me. This is why I don't understand how a lot of you men can be on here doing that. And I'm not shaming you for um having these channels. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just saying how could you dedicate so much time to being a hater? I'm talking about to fanboys in general. Talk to me. How can you dedicate so much time being a fucking hater of something that ultimately is just a luxury and a privilege? This thing here is a privilege. I spent money on it. This was it was a privilege, a luxury that I spent money on. Those three e-bikes that I have out there that I ride in New York City and all over the place. Those are luxuries. And when you say the word luxury, it's not like, oh, luxury is this lavish living. I'm living in luxury. No, it's that you have the income to afford that. But then life happens to you, and you got to realize I made a financial commitment to something. Now bear, I have to grin and bear it and actually make sure that everything is paid for on time because when you want to go somewhere and move somewhere, they looking at your credit, bro. So I don't know if I don't know if it's a lucrative thing to do for a lot of you. I don't know if it's a side gig, and I respect. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I respect the people who do YouTube and they can still do it at a high level, but still know it's their side gig. I respect them people because they tend to have more honest and more entertaining content to me. If not entertaining, it's honest. Where there's some people on there that know they gotta go ballistic, become grifters, do all this other stuff to stay relevant. Case in point, Melanie Mack. You know damn well Melanie Mack. She told she's another one that adopted the woke thing. Uh, I told you, there's so many people who don't know what the word means. I listen to content creators, and I've even checked a few of them, and they still don't. They don't care because they want to use the verbiage that gets them the demographic. Me, I can't live. I can't live like that. I can't be like, oh, this is because that's not what the word means. I didn't spend the first the almost 2 decades of my life in school to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna just go and just make words up or make up definitions on something because I don't like something, but I don't want to outright admit that I'm anti-black. This is how I feel about a lot of people who use the word woke. It's gone from something like, just stay woke, bro, to oh, it's woke, meaning that it's not lily white. It's not poem colored enough. You're putting people of color, especially those niggers, you're putting them on the forefront. You're putting them in the forefront and you're forcing diversity on us. I don't want to see that. I can't relate to their life. Nobody deserves to be a black person. No one deserves it. I don't want to see this. This goes against anything I saw on the news. Anything I saw on the news. On the news, they always shooting people. Look at Chicago. Oh my God, Chicago. So much violence in Chicago. Oh my God, let's talk about Baltimore, Maryland, New York City. Meanwhile, you're not talking about the new criminal class like Torian Rain always talks about. And I've seen it. It happened to me last weekend. I'm riding in New York, and I'm talking about the whole thing with migrant crime. People from south of the border. Let's be honest. That they're here riding these bikes illegally, these dirt bikes through the street, no helmet on, uh, attacking people who are fighting. I'm not saying this all of them are doing this. I'm just saying this. I'm on my way to the Bronx on my bike and I'm going down a ramp and there's an elderly black man who has a mobile wheelchair in front of me. And then all of a sudden, these two Hispanic dudes come up on his scooter and they revving it at him, like trying to force him out of the way and stop him. He moves over to the corner because the ramp is tight. It's like a ramp that goes here and then it goes down more to get to the greenway that leads to the bridge over into the Bronx. So I was like, I'm I was back because I was letting I was letting them come through on that stupid ass moped they got. And I stood there like with one foot, like with both my feet down, holding up the bike with my legs, with my arms crossed, like, I wish you would. And they just went right past me. And then I went and talked to the elderly black man. And you know what he said to me? He like, they were trying to intimidate me. They revved the bike at me. I saw the whole thing. And I told him, I'm like, yo, you be careful out here. You're in a wheelchair, you're an elderly man. A lot of them don't like us. And a lot of them have been committing crime over here. But they're not going to talk about it because it goes against the narrative. It goes against the narrative. And I don't know exactly which country a lot of them come from because it's not just one country. You got places like you got Mexico, you got Guatemala, you have DR, you have a couple of them. They can be from a lot of them, but because the language is virtually the same, I can't tell sometimes, and that's not something that's not racist. You have to be honest. My friend Carlos looks straight up Caucasian, and he's Dominican. You can't tell. You go by the language. Like me, like if I look, you could, I mean, there's a lot of people you can't tell where they come from. When I went to high school, I had I remember my friend Miguel that I graduated with first met me. He started speaking to me in Spanish because I look like his cousin from DR. I kid you not. I look like his cousin from DR. And he looked like my friend Jamal Kelly that I went to school with. And Jamal Kelly, I went to grammar school with, is black, American. My friend Eunice that I went to school with, she turned around, she started speaking. She said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And Spanish, I was like, huh? She said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you was." This was the 90s, y'all. I don't know what the wedge has been. I don't know if the colonizing wedge got driven between us so much, but a lot of them, they know they got cousins. Shit. They got cousins that look like me. My friend Madeline. And no, not my friend Madeline through my friend John. See, because I know a couple Madelines. Anyway, she was like, you know how many people I've caught talking shit about me because they thought that I was black American and not black Hispanic? I've caught way too many people. My friend is one, my old EMS partner is he's dark skinned, Venezuelan. Same thing. He was like, you know that, like, we on the call. He's like, you know that she called me a black demon. I was like, that lady called you that in Spanish? She was like, yeah. I was like, wow. He's like, yo, you be surprised. Working in EMS, you be surprised how many people I've caught. So the disdain is already there, and they're causing. It's the new class. They ain't showing you that on the news, man. They're not showing you that on the news. And I got to deal with this every day out here in the field. Picking a lot of them up off the street drunk. They come over here. One dude, he's homeless. He came here from Monterrey. He here from Monterrey, and he does nothing but drink till he can't walk anymore. And because of HIPAA violations, I can't say his name, even though his name is very common. I won't say his name, but anyway, he told me from Monterrey, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, how do you like you come here to the alleged land of milk and honey and you're homeless and an alcoholic? I'm sorry, I would have stayed right where the hell I am. You think I would migrate to China just to be out on the street? I probably would be out in the street anyway because if you know, you know. You saw they commercials. You know how they feel about us. Anyway, I went off into a tangent. I'm saying there's a lot of content creators who have these they always want to cry about bringing they don't this game is woke is bringing why it had to be a woman that's the lead character, why is bringing politics into the game and stuff like that. I'm like, no, you're bringing politics into the game. Some people want to play a good game, they can give a shit what they see, or something that it might have political ties. You're so obsessed with politics, you look for it every day. Are you even gaming, or you doing a Anita Sarkeesian thing? You're just basically grifting. You're showing like basically, I know that's a buzzword in its own too, but you're basically showing that you're just looking for anything that's a trending topic. And shout out to Kid Organic, because Kid Organic could say there's trending topic niggas. And this trending topic fools all races. Some people manufacture rage. You know, I'm at this point where I don't want to hear grown ass men talking about the Will Smith Jada Pinkett situation. You don't make it into a teachable moment. You just look for anything that makes that pushes the narrative that women ain't shit. And I'm not, and trust me, this is not me going blue pill. This is not me going blue pill. When your content has no substance in it, and you just basically O'Shea Jackson. You're just doing celebrity junk. This same dude, I got into something. I unsubbed from him because in the comment section of one of his videos he did a while back about Shannon Sharp getting into a courtside beef, a courtside shouting match with Ja Morant, and almost got into a fight with Ja Morant and his father, who's basically his enabler. Both his parents are anyway. I was like, he said in the like he said in the video, which really rubbed me the wrong way. Oh, he got all that smoke for Ja Morant and stuff, but he ain't got no smoke for Skip Bayless. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I said in the comment section, I'm like, hold up. I'm like, the moment he flipped out, the moment he blacks out on Skip Bayless, just when he was still on Undisputed. I was like, the moment he blacks out on him and shows him the true N word. I don't know why I'm censoring it now. And to show him the true nigga in them, like they think we all have, you be saying, see, he should have been more professional. He should have been able, he made us look bad. And then you know what he says to me, Duke? He says to me, well, he shouldn't have been running his mouth if he ain't gonna fight. Like, I'm like, yo, you so ignorant, bro. Like, how could you be this ignorant and so hypocritical at the same time? I'm a hypocrite and ignorant at the same damn time. Come on, bro. Seriously. That God, and he's called one of the godfathers of the black manosphere. This is what it's come to? I feel like Killmonger. Is this your king? This is what it's come to. See, I'm glad. Now, I may not agree with everything Obsidian says, but I agree with a lot of it. But the fact that this man put his money where his mouth is and started a black and did the black man conclave, the manosphere conclave, where there was seminars teaching, and he was like, you gotta bring your own laptop, you gotta be dressed up, suited and booted, like he says. That's his expression. It just rolls off the tongue. I give credit where credit due. And there's going to be people talking about getting you started in IT jobs. There's going to be something about self. It's all about building a better black man. What does O'Shea Jackson do, bro? Nothing. I sound like Vince Russo with the bro thing. If you're a wrestling fan, you know who Vince Russo is. But bro is a mechanism for me, so I won't drop the N bomb so much. I use those when they need to be used. So, what do you do besides talk about celebrity junk and make money off of AdSense? And then you want to talk about, oh, I'm pro-black and this and that. This guy is dating a white woman, and look what talking about, like case in point with Jonathan Majors and stuff. And you talking about, oh, I just date strictly black. Oh, you bet. Like, so you telling me, oh, let me get this straight, bro. Let me get this straight. You went to medical school in Poland, and you sought nothing. You just went and you was looking for any black Polish person, or you was just, I mean, you was looking for black Polish people in Poland while you was at medical school? Huh? Let me get you. Did you go celibate? Did you spank the monkey? And instead, they keep it black and stuff. Did you find a biracial Polish thing and say, well, I'm making love to half of her? What the fuck are you talking about, man? I don't believe you. Hell, I don't even believe Dr. Umar Johnson. Anybody who goes out of his way to excessively call white women snow bunnies, and even that expression is a double entendre because you only call that's an expression that a lot of black men back in the 60s and 70s called the foxy white girl they wanted to sleep with. So you can't be calling them all snow bunnies. That you're basically saying that you calling certain ones snow bunnies because you know they're attractive, right? Just admit it. I'm not. This is not me being pro. Right? Just I'm listening to verbiage, and you would say, you know what? I don't approve of this. I don't approve of insulation, and keep it like that. But no, he can't resist the snow bunny. I'm like, oh, but you had conscious stripper and a fucking blonde white woman wig, right? You had her in a blonde ass wig, and the school still ain't open, bro. And then you look at people, and then you defend the sexy reds and the Suki Hanas. You defend them and say, well, the reason she's like that is because you black men ain't no good. A lot of you black men need to do better. Black men have failed her. If you don't get the see, when I talk about him, that that buffoon, highly intelligent, but bro, you can't. You really think I'm an idiot because I ain't talking about Pan Africanism? Like, hold your horses there, T'Challa. I am a black American man. Okay, if you don't see that, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, if you, as a black, a person who's supposed to represent black people, if you cannot be impartial, you are useless to us in the overall. You're just Derek Jackson and Daishiki. You don't have his muscles or his height. You like to eat a little bit more than him, but you're making feel good content. You making content that deflects black American women of accountability. What more are you doing? You keep making up excuses for the school until you put your motherfucking money where your mouth is, and that school open up. Nobody in Black America should let it go because a lot of these people have given you money and you probably tricked off on it. And me calling you out and calling out any other black president doesn't make me a hater of my own. We have to see with black American people. I'm gonna tell you this now. There's some basic B1 shit that we all need to adhere by. This basic blackness that we have, and it's an unspoken word, but a lot of people have really got out of pocket with that shit. They really have, and he's one that stays out of pocket. Every time I see him, I know he about to make up some bullshit. The whole Carly Russell situation. This dude, I think I mentioned this on the past live stream. This dude said he would tell her, he would give her a hug and tell her, don't do that again. And you seen what her ignorant mother did, right? Slapped the phone out that dude's hands. Remember, that gave me flashbacks of the whole train situation years ago, where the 6'6" Dominican dude slapped the shit out of that black girl who hit him. But remember, she slapped the phone out of that dude's hand that was recording the whole situation. You can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But then she was did you see how she was walking to how she was walking into the courtroom and what she had on? It was all about her. This lying ass bitch, it was all about her. Let's go. Let me see if I could go to Pink Book Diaries because I think she did. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. All right. Let's go to Interact. Let's see if I can find this for you. Hold on a second. Oh, I want to look at that. I love me hot ones, man. My friend Gabriel actually met Sean Evans at a convention, a hot like a spice convention not too long ago. I took a picture with him. I was like, oh shit, Sean Evans. But anyway, let me go to Pink Book Diaries. Yep. Sorry, put too much ease in it. Carly Russell. Let me see. If that's the right way you should spell the name. Yep. Look how look at her. Look at the thumbnails. I might not even have to show you that. Just take a look at the thumbnails, y'all. Look at her. Look at her in the thumbnail. Look how she dressed. It's all about her. But look how she walked into court.
$17,874 in restitution, nagging him into running off. This woman lied in all of our
there.
See? Remember I told you about Umar Johnson?
Carly entered a not guilty plea when she already admitted to lying through her. She will be all over the news. Russell bopped her.
Say, why did you lie on that? Carly, where were you for those 49 hours? Do you have anything to say to the community for lying to the community? Everyone was out there searching for you, Carly. Do you have anything to say?
Can she?
Mr.
She can't answer
Russell,
that.
Anything to say? Why?
She got nothing. Look at her. Flicking her weave, making sure that her arms are swaying the right way. She ready for the cameras. Fair use, fair use. Let's continue on.
Why did you lie on national TV? Why did you lie on national TV? Anything to say, Carly?
Shout out to JLR with JRL Investigates. He was on site in Hoover, Alabama as Carly Russell bopped her way into the building like she was at New York Fashion Week. She sashayed in there with her lying masculine mama, her daddy, and attorneys.
See, look how she walking. See, look how she walk. Pay attention to how she walking, yo. Pay attention to this shit.
She was strutting through that Alabama parking lot. You know she practiced this. Carly knew that she would be all over the news. She would go viral again on TikTok and get posted in the shade room. So this is how she showed herself modeling into court.
And when she's looking down like that, you see the mouth, like she's counting the steps and she's making sure that her walk is right. That's all she cared about. This woman lied about a missing child and abductions and all this other stuff. Well, let's get to what Umar said in a moment.
It's been several months now and she never apologized herself.
No apologies.
She showed no remorse at all before court, during court, or after court. And even when they're lying again. Carly entered a not guilty plea when she already admitted to lying through her lawyer. It's just
Wait, hold up. Hold up. She's not guilty, even though she admits to lying. Oh my God. Oh, dear God.
disgusting how she fooled all these people who really believed something happened to her and had thousands of gullible black women and black simps like Umar and Mysonne.
Yes. Look at Umar. Look at him. Look at him, yo. Those struggle twists he got in his hair. And that toupee Marcel got on his face. No, I'm just hating. No, I'm just hating. He ain't got no toupee. But I'm just anyway, let's keep going. Fair use.
Defending her story that made zero sense, even when the facts came out, had them arguing with logical people like us, trying to shame everybody into believing her lies. I mean, they kept going and going. Didn't matter when Carly confirmed the truth that she made it up, they still defended her. Umar said that she just needed a hug and no jail time.
I do not want my sister going to jail. So for all y'all saying she need to be prosecuted and persecuted, I disagree with you. Don't no black woman belong in there.
Exactly. She stopped it. I stopped at the right point with Megan Good. Megan Good's face in this meme is my exact.
When I see you in Alabama,
You see why I don't like this dude, right? You understand why I don't like him. You understand that. You can't give these heifers leeway to fuck up and just make it feel like it's all right. This is why we got the Suki Hondas. This is why we got the Carly Russells. This is why we got Sexy Reds. This is why we got numerous other 304s roaming around in our communities right now. And they having all the kids. Why? Because nobody holds them accountable. You got Negroes like him who will say stuff like this and make it feel like, oh, it's all right. You just didn't know no better. Because not only does he want black women to be his main source of donation income, he want the punani. The punani. That's what he want. He want the punani. He want the body yada yada yada. That's on whack. Megan Thee Stallion, you had stop. 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 But let's get back to fair use, y'all. Oh, dear God.
I'm gonna give you a big hug and just say, baby, don't do that no more.
Yo, shout out to Peak Book Lessons for the editing. She always using that. I forgot this reality star's face. She's always using that, but it fits. It fits. Oh man. Oh,
Her lying mama is also angry at anybody holding them accountable. She literally
mom. Look at the mom. Let's get a little bit heavier into this. Look at the mom. As you can see, she's front heavy. She's front heavy because when she came walking out, let's go back a little bit. You can see the stomach and the that's holding up her flapjacks. You can see that jiggling a little bit.
And just say, baby, don't do that no more.
Nigga, shut up.
Her lying mama is also angry at anybody holding them accountable. She literally attacked JLR and slapped his cell phone while he was holding it, trying to take video just like all the other media standing around.
Blame a white man. Why did you blame a white? Don't touch my phone, lady. Lady, don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. Why?
See? You see? What I was saying earlier about John Morant and his enabling parents? Carly Russell ain't that different. And y'all saying two-parent households and stuff like that. No, you got to raise your kids right. Yes, it factors in a lot. It makes statistically, it makes a big difference. But I could tell you now, there's the outliers are starting to increase. You know how many people out here homeless who got two parents that loved them because these parents never set boundaries until they overstepped them. There was never no boundaries until they burned the bridge, until the children burned the bridges. Now they're out here on the street. They're out here on the street because parents like this never set the the boundaries. So they just let shit, and these parents just bottled it all up inside until they couldn't take it no more. And they washed their hands, and one for fell swoop grabbed them like they do in the cartoons by the back of their belt and by the back of their collar and threw them the fuck out when they should have built a structure in their adolescent years. They never did that. This is why you got 304s like this. And if a lot of you watching this channel don't know what 304 means, on the classic calculators, if you put 304 in and turn it upside down, it looks like the word hoe. So it's basically another way of saying hoe. Okay? There we go. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. I'm about to show one of my classified figures because I got the new Joe figures. But that be for another time. Anyway, let's keep going.
Why did you, Miss Russell, why did you grab my phone? Why did you grab my phone, Miss Russell? Why did you lie to national television? Why did you lie to national television, Miss Russell? Why? Why did you go on national television and lie?
This woman lied in all of our faces, and she's the one that's mad. Yeah, they have a really big problem with accountability. We're looking at another case of them believing their lies aren't the problem, and they believe it's us talking about their lies that's the problem. Very twisted and delusional.
Yeah, that's gaslighting. That's gaslighting for y'all, but I'll show you enough for that. This is the type, back to Umar, this is the type of women he defend. As you saw it. You saw it for itself. So let's X out of this and let's see. Hold on a second. Because I want y'all to see. Let's see if there's anything online so you can see this. See, speaking of fucking O'Shea, even he, Dr. Umar Sims for Sukihana. No, I ain't giving him, no. Let's see if I can find it. Oh my God. See, this is why I don't like Umar. Stand to the side. This dude, this is the same dude that did like 30 videos on just pearly things. On that basic bimbo, he did 30 videos on her. But look at the thumbnail. Look. Dr. Umar Sims for Sukihana. That's one. Let's count this. I hope somebody's screen grabbing this. Let's count this. Dr. Umar Johnson Sims for Sukihana. Now, Celebrity, here we go. This is his channel. Celebrity Junk is his channel also. So that's one video with Umar Sukihana. That's two videos with Sukihana. Because I want to see how far this go. Three videos. I'm just curious. All right, I'm shocked. Three. That he kept it three. He kept it three. That's good. Thank God, because when he did the when he did the Just Pearly thing, when that whole thing with her and Nick Fuentes and all that shit blew up and everybody just abandoned ship on her, rightfully so. He did numerous videos about her, and I'm like, yo, Mr. Pro Black leader, yo, she's not bright. People know Pearlie's not bright. She learned how to do this YouTube thing. She's not bright, but he could not keep her name out of his mouth. But look at him. This is what he do. They said Dr. Umar Simpson. I'm not watching the video. You can watch it on your own. But it's about his speed. And look at this. He sits in his channel is called King Kong Consciousness. And he got his cash app. He's sitting in the car. So no. We ain't doing this, homie. We ain't doing this. You know what? I'm done talking about this nigga. Um, I'm done. So let's escape this hellhole and get back to here. Like, why, people? Like, why? And you wonder why I don't want to dedicate so much effort into doing this YouTube thing. You wonder why, right? Now you know. Now you know. Because I'll be damned if I do some shit like that. Anyway, I have to eat, y'all. I'm starving. It was a long day of orientation. I still got some more testing I need to do before I head there tomorrow and do my fifth and final day of orientation at my new job because I got bills. I got bills. And you know what I haven't bought in a long time? A damn video game. You know why? Because I got real bills that I made for myself that I find more leisure. I find that gives me more leisure than sitting home playing a goddamn video game. And that's not a disrespect to anybody who games, because if you watch this early in the podcast, get in when you fit in. But I'm not gonna. I can't dedicate my whole channel to just being fighting a war that doesn't exist anymore. One more time before I finish this video, we're moving into a digital age, people. We're moving into a digital age where one day you're gonna play your games through a device that is not a console. It's gonna be see Xbox was trying this years ago with the Xbox One. They did too much too soon. And they tried to make that into a gaming, like a device where you could stream and you could do all this other stuff. That Microsoft showed their hand way too early. If you don't know that, think about it. Look at it. The evidence is right there in front of you. They showed their hands too early. This is where it's going. They had to take this L and then they had to bolster it. They were like, okay, if we can't get people to be sold on this whole putting everything into one media, we're going to give them a reason to be sold on it. And we need games. That's what we were missing in the Xbox One generation. This is me speaking like I'm Microsoft. This is what we were missing. So now we went back to the drawing board and now here we go. This is here. This is everything. Be part of this service and stuff. We don't care about console sales anymore. They don't. Because only the Sony fanboys do. Only the Sony fanboys care about that shit. You know why? Because a lot of them realize this generation, there's not many games. They're living they living vicariously through the glory of the PS4. PS4 sold shitload of consoles and had some good first party games. This generation, shit, I'm not gonna repeat myself. Um, I'm not gonna go into full repeat. I'm gonna basically say we got too many remasters, not enough exclusives. And then Sony is moving away from just keeping it on the PlayStation 5. They're going PlayStation 5, they're going console and PC. So it's already set in stone. I mean, this generation is changing, man. And if you want to spend your ever waking days just all on here making content just to get under people's skin and get clicks and views, I don't even know what to say to you anymore. I can't even call you pathetic. You found a niche and you're flying with it, but ultimately it has to stop at the point that you're trying to force people into you're trying to conform people. Real gamers don't conform people, and real gamers don't play games every fucking waking minute of the day. That doesn't make you a real gamer. A real gamer actually puts effort into when they game to get better at it. Those tournament players are the ones who pour countless hours into it. A gamer could be like, you know what? I ran through this game. It took me a while to learn. I ran through this game on campaign mode. I think I'm ready to do some runs. I'm going to run through it a couple more times and get good at it before I try a harder difficulty. Look at the Resident Evil runners. That's what they do. I look at Bulk with Soup constantly. I look at other people that I got referred to through that has familiar content. They do practice runs called Synergy and SDA practice runs. Those are people. Now they play a lot of games and they put work into them. Some of them some play for the first time and you see them going through it. Some of them have an innate skill for survival horror and like Bokusu, survival horror is his thing. If give him something with tank controls, he'll kill him. Give him something give him a Resident Evil game that plays like 4, 5, and 6. He's good. That man's a chef, y'all. Did you know that about Bulk Soup? He's a chef. And he found more joy playing. That's him. He's not on he's not talking about console wars. This man plays on his PC. But he plays a lot of mods and ROMs and stuff that can only run on PC. It fits his niche of gaming. He don't talk shit about the consoles. His work, his content is about him gaming. You're seeing him game. With Carcinogen, how he does it is that if you watch him live on Twitch, practice and edit his runs and fill out the routes and record it, he goes back and he films the commentary in front of his Twitch audience and he splices the footage. And if he messes up, he starts the level over. See, Bulk Soup don't do no damage runs. He do speed runs with Carcinogen does runs where he's trying to get through a level without getting hurt. But they both put effort and time into that, not just sit there and talk about something that's ultimately going to just end. And that's the console war. There's really not none anyway. Nintendo is making money hand over fist. Microsoft is killing it. You think a broke company that's in third can afford this shit? And you can like will be doing this? You know what? Because they are third in consoles doesn't mean that they what did I just say about the whole digital age? I can play their games through this very thing I'm recording and streaming this on. I could play it through that. I don't need an Xbox. The PC gamers who they appealing to don't need Xboxes. Why you think they not concerned about those? That's less money to manufacture them. See, the PlayStation, they need the console sales. Nintendo needs it only, but they make more money on their console sales than Sony do. Nintendo needs it because they're the only place where you can find their games. Sony need it because they're trying to branch off into the piece. They need it because their fan base don't want to part with it. They're not going to support it on the PC. They don't have their service ready. They don't have it's not refined like Microsoft got it. They're taking notes. They're going to do it eventually, but they're not ready. Microsoft took that failure of the Xbox One and they went back to the drawing board. And this is what we ended up with now. Profit, man. They've been making Sony has been outselling them in consoles, but they've been making way more profit. They had to play the uncle. They had to do Uncle Junior in court. Meaning, if you watch The Sopranos, Uncle Junior pretended like he was all sickly and stuff. Hell, even Bill Cosby did it during his trial. They had to pretend like they were all weak. They had to say, "Oh yes, we're number three. We've lost this generation. Oh, woe is me." Ooh. They did that bullshit so they can get what they want, and they got Activision Blizzard. They got Bethesda. They got I mean, I didn't know Activision Blizzard owned Candy Crush. Oh shit. It's over. They not competing with Sony. They're competing with Apple. They competing with Google and Amazon. A lot of people don't want to hear it when the likes of Gamester and other people say it. But it's true. It's 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 chess and checkers, bro. Chess and checkers. Anyway, it's been an honor to be here finally. It's been a long time. But like I said, I got things I need to do. And it's about I've ran for almost an hour and a half. I'm trying to always keep it at the sweet spot of an hour and a half because I don't have a lot of engagements on my video. This is just me straight up. So if there's not a lot of interruptions, I'm not going to keep you here. This is stuff that you can watch at intervals if you want to watch the whole thing. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. It's been real, y'all. Peace. Oh, man. I swear. Fucking fanboys. Fucking Umar Johnson. All this bullshit. I'm just trying to find somebody to love, bro. Like Freddie Mercury said, somebody, somebody. I'm out. Peace.